Hi.
All right, guys. Is it loud enough, everyone?
Yeah.
Welcome to How to Be a B3 Member. I'm James Hui, your host. A little bit about myself. I'm from UC Davis. I just graduated this past quarter, so yay me, but then sad days. I'm no longer still okay. I just graduated. Yeah. So I've had the pleasure this year to do a lot in Circle K, witness so many different things that inspired me to become what I call a beastly member. Pretty much a member that's super active, does a lot of things Circle K, and just when people know about you, you're like, oh, that guy's beast kind of thing. But before I start like the workshop and everything, I want to ask you guys, what do you define? How do you define the word beast? Anybody? Besides that, any volunteers? Like, what do you define as the word beast? Yes, Nate.
Nathan says
Okay. Nathan, what do you consider a beast is?
a rabbit animal.
An animal. Exactly. That's actually exactly what a beast is. Actually, hold on. Let me get the name. So I got some candy for people who respond. So here, what did I do? I can't open this. There you go. Anyway, anyone else know what a beast is besides a rabbit animal? Yes. What's your name?
My name is Andy.
Andy?
I think it's someone who goes beyond, like, oh, if you're a beastly member,
Yeah.
someone who goes beyond what you're supposed to do. Like,
Okay.
instead of walking, you should run.
True. Sometimes you gotta learn to run before you walk, right? All right. You want to click this thing here. All right. Okay. So then you said a beast is someone that goes beyond, what a normal person would normally do. So if we were to put that in context of Circle K, what do you consider a beastly general member would be? Anyone? Yes. Name. And what's your answer? Oh, okay, yeah, you. Yes. Actually, I look throughout this crowd and I see everyone. Everyone here is a beastly member, whether you know it or not. Some of you guys know it. There you go. Please know it. But some of you guys don't think that maybe you're a beastly member yet. But everyone has this inner beast inside of them that's just waiting to come out. There are some that are like already way out there and been doing so much, but then they're like the shy ones who still have the inner beast inside. And so today, hopefully, I can give you guys a little bit of tips on how to get that inner beast, just unleash it, and then you can become a beastly general member. Quick question: how many of you guys are board members? Pick them out. Okay. How many of you guys are general members? Yeah. Only general members, like never been a board member at all. Okay, so as I was saying, there are people who have the inner beast inside that, you guys are probably the calm one. Something like this image, like, that's kind of a calm beast, you see how it's like smiling and everything, got a good heart. There are people who haven't really unleashed the beast yet, so then throughout this, I will hope to see if you can evolve into a beast. Into something like more ferocious in that sense, Something with like, when you look at that, it's kind of scary. It's kind of intimidating. If you're a beast general member, you're pretty much a force to be reckoned with, When you look at you like, damn, that guy does a lot in Circle K. That thing does a lot in X-Men, And then when you surpass both that, you evolve from a calm and unleash your inner beast, and become a blue, beastly thing like that. You finally evolve into the Korean beast. You become K-pop. Okay, you don't really become K-pop stars. Yes, you did. You don't become K-pop stars, but there's this type of symbol. And you know, beast, the Korean beast, they're famous. You know, they're pretty well known, I guess, in the Korean world. I'm not a K-pop fanatic, but some of you guys maybe, and most of you guys probably know who these guys are. But this symbolizes, I guess, someone who's gone so far and so okay that everyone knows you. Like for instance, Adiga, or like the district officers, everyone knows these people, or you should know them. Or like the president, you know your president because they've done so much and you've elected them as president. So I can't get you to become K-pop stars, but maybe I can get you one day to become, well established in Circle K. So a Urban Dictionary defines a beast. When referring to a person, beast status is achieved when the aforementioned person is so good at a certain skill that they have exceeded human comprehension, thus making them non-human. I'm not going to be able to make you non-human, that's unfortunate. But hopefully I can get you to become, to a point where you exceed human comprehension. And then the skills you will have is like Circle K knowledge. You can't really be a beastly general member if you don't know anything about Circle K. So you want to be well versed in Circle K, like you know all like the districts in not the districts, but the divisions in districts, well, the districts if you want. All the bonus family branches. Pretty much, if anyone would come up to you and had a Circle K question, you would know it. That would make you, a beastly member compared to a regular member who wouldn't really be that well knowledgeable about that. A beastly member goes beyond their Call of Duty, way beyond the Call of Duty, because general members are not really expected to do much. I mean, you're expected to just, because you're not required to do anything. You're not required to go to service events, you're not required to go to socials, anything. It's the effort you want to put into doing however much you want to do. So to be a beastly member, you pretty much motivate yourself to go out there and do all these things. So here comes some tips on how to become beastly. Simply go to all events. Like, plain and simple. If you're not going to service events, go to service events. We're a service organization, and it only makes sense to go to service events. Go to all events. I don't literally mean like go to all events, because ain't nobody have time for that. But go to all that you can. If you're gonna miss some classes, that's fine too. Just kidding. I did not say that. Do not quote me on that. But I graduated and I didn't miss some classes. So I was just saying. Yeah. So go to service events. They're really fun. And like I said, you don't have to go to all of them, but go to the ones you really like. And then you also have friends to go with. And they'll also encourage you to go as well. And then you meet a bunch of people from your club, you don't know them, and whatnot. And then there's socials. I don't see why you wouldn't want to go to socials, they're fun. Socials are used to foster, compassion, as the pledge says. You get to create better bonds between people in your club, and then you get to do fun things because it's a social. I don't understand if you don't want to go to social. Why? Because they're fun. And then other stuff. Anybody have any idea what I mean by other stuff? Like, what other events do you guys know besides service and social? Yeah?
SEC.
SDC, exactly! Woo! Hopefully you can catch that. So SDC is a great place, great event to go to. It has workshops and everything. You guys went to a previous workshop, hopefully. And you get to learn different things like how to be a busy member, kind of thing. And but besides STC, what other kind of events are there? DCM, what's your name? Maria? Okay. DCMs are also good because that one, you get to, I'm not left-handed, hold on. DCMs are good because now you can interact with your division. You know, DCMs are divisional council meeting, if you didn't know that. And you get to interact with everyone in your division. You get updated by what each individual club in your division does. So that way you get to know, your division as a whole, not just your own club. And and more other stuff include like oh yes, question.
Just district and divisional events in general?
Yes, exactly. Like Decon and FTC, you get to see, or STC I hear, you get to interact with half the district at STC North. But if you go to like FTC and Decon, you get to interact with the whole district because that's a combined event. Yeah, those are always fun. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like the Snickers or Twix? I'll just give you Snickers. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. But besides the divisional events and district events, you also have your own events, like your general meetings. General meetings are important. Well, they're kind of important. You don't necessarily have to go to them if for instance, you have class. I'm not going to ask you to pitch class, although you should. General meetings can be fun. General meetings. I don't know how every club does the general meetings, but the general meetings I go to, I think they're pretty fun. You're going to meet new people, and you can learn about all the events that go on throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, and whatnot. But besides general meetings, there are also board meetings, and this is where your board, your E board, A board, they come together some day of the week, and they discuss about administrative issues within the club. I don't know if every club has open board meetings. Does everyone know that you have open board meetings? Yeah. Does your club have open board meetings?
Yeah.
No? Yes. Okay. Well, I know Davis does. If not, you should probably suggest like, hey, you guys should open your board meetings. I'm interested in the things that happen within board because when you get more involved, like the stuff that goes behind the scenes in the club, you just somehow learn everything about okay, just automatically without even having to try. You just sit in a board meeting, you just listen, you just learn a lot. So going to board meetings are really, really useful. If you can't go to board meetings, there's always committees, and you can join a committee. So most clubs have A boards, right? So maybe like the A board consists of like a K-Fam chair, or a PR chair, or a social chair, spirit chair. Each of these respective chairs, they will have, or they might have a committee. And if you have opinions, or you want to give an idea about something that's related to that specific position, you can run a committee and then voice out your opinion. Because just because they're the chair doesn't mean they know everything about the position. They know a lot about it, but maybe you as a general member have a different perspective, because everyone thinks differently. So you can voice your own opinions and then point out things that maybe a board member doesn't know about. So I highly encourage you to join committees. That's one way to really get involved and to become easily. Chair an event. This basically means you are like the host of the event in a way. So say you've gone to a service event or a social event that you really, really liked. Just ask the board like, hey, can I be like the chair of this event? Meaning you're in charge of it. Meaning you have like you are in charge of writing down who comes to the event and the time you got there, the time you left, and all that good stuff. At the end, you fill out some event like surf, some event will perform, and it's a pretty simple thing. It's all you gotta do is spend 5 minutes on a surf, about it. And it's a small task, but it's a really huge step in leadership, and also a great way to become very active. Because now if you chair one event, you might want to chair even more events that you like. Just keeps going on, and then you become more peaceful. And if you don't like any of the events, maybe you have your own idea of an event. So maybe you can create something that you want to start an event maybe. So for instance, what I've done, we have this place called the Coffee House in Davis, short for Coho.
Coho Queen.
Yeah. Essentially, it's this giant coffee house where there's like tables and seats where anyone can go and study or chit chat and buy coffee and food and whatnot. So what I decided to do was, hey, why not just spend a few hours at the Coho, gather some tables, and invite Circle K people to just join me and hang out, every day, kind of thing, a certain specific time of the day. When you do that, you are not only like starting your own event, but now you're also creating bonds between the club, and you're asking people to come out, and then you'll be recognized for starting this whole event. And this could be your legacy kind of thing. So like every day of the week, I'll just go out there. But hey, go on Facebook. I'm at the Coho, 2 to 6. Come by if you're not busy and we can just hang out. And it started off pretty small. It started off with like 2 people, me and another person. But eventually grew into an actually big-ish event. Like 15 people would come out, just hang out. It just becomes social. So it's something like that. It's just really simple. You just find someone to sit around and ask people to come out and hang out with you, and then you call your own event, and then that will be known forever as your event, your legacy, your beastly legacy. One thing. So this is like the most important thing I think you should know. You gotta have like no shame to do anything. It's okay. It's okay. We have a lot of weird people. No lie. Weird in a good way. Like people going crazy. And I understand that there's a lot of shy people, but a lot of times you have to just kind of break out of your shyness. Get out of your comfort zone and just do things. That's why we have icebreakers and whatnot to get you introduced to other people so that you don't feel like you're alone. Because, when you guys do something, I guess, embarrassing or funny, we're not laughing at you to insult you. We're laughing because we find you funny and entertaining. At least I think so. So, do anything and everything regardless of how embarrassing it may be. For instance, if the club, a great man once said, now if you want to follow, you already know, you only live once, that's the motto, yellow. I don't really know what the first 2 lines mean, but, you only live once. And it's true, you only live once. Sometimes you just gotta say, should I do it? Yo, just do it. Because in the end, what's the worst? Like, it's okay, you're not gonna die if you do something like really, really embarrassing. Now, like I'm not saying you be an extremist and go jump off a cliff. I'm just saying, do something. If they ask you to maybe model a T-shirt, model a T-shirt. If they ask you to model a T-shirt in a onesie, like that, go model a T-shirt in a onesie and just Or if they ask you to do more onesie things and do free hugs and get. That's the thing. See, none of that is possible if you're gonna not do it. You're just gonna become shy. You really have to break out of that shyness and just do it. And in the end, it's fun. It's not gonna be like, the worst time of my life kind of thing. Because then people are like, woo, they're clapping for you and cheering for you because you had the courage to just do something that most people wouldn't. And that's what differentiates a BC member and a general member. There's a great quote I saw somewhere. All it takes is 20 seconds of insane courage and great things will happen. Literally 20 seconds. If you can just, if someone dared you to do something really stupid, embarrassing, just do it for 20 seconds and then it'll be over with, but great things will happen. You might realize, oh my gosh, that finally helped me come out of my shyness. And yeah. So I want to do a little experiment. First of all, Can I see who the board members were again? If you've ever been a board member, raise your hand. If you're a board member now, can you guys please stand up? And now can you all move to the left side of the room? Your right, my left. Alright. Cool. See, board members they've become the beasts that they already are. That is why they are board members, because they've had the courage to say, oh, I want to do this position. I want to become this leader, and they stepped up. Now, you guys are all general members, but you guys could potentially be these guys in the future. So first, can I get some volunteers? Not just a general member. Sorry. General members. Two general members? Okay. Can you guys come up? Anybody else? Yeah? More. Anyone else? Okay. Come on. Okay. Now I asked you guys to volunteer if you want to come up, and you guys don't even know what I asked you to come up for. But and you guys, you just try your hand like, oh, YOLO, right? Just do it. You guys have passed the no shame test, because you guys are willing to do it. So I'm not gonna make you guys do anything. Instead, I'll have you move to the side. The rest of you, I will tell you what I will have. I will tell you that if you volunteer, you will do something slightly embarrassing. So any volunteers? Yeah? Anyone else? Come on, you gotta bring up yourself. Okay, that was actually a lot more people than I expected. So I don't know if I can actually do this. But originally, I was going to do this embarrassing thing. LMC might know this. Any LMC people kids in here? This is a dare that Byron did once. And that I did once. It was to lie on the ground and flail around like a magic carp. And you're gonna say like magic carp, yeah. Like magic carp. So I don't know if you can all fit on this floor, because I only think like 5 people, but hey, good job, you guys all came down. So think about it, 20 seconds is all it takes. 20-second magic card? Woo! You guys ready? Yellow magic card! I wasn't 20 seconds, but okay, thank you guys, get it all back. Thank you. Come to you later and I'll give you candy for doing magic card impersonation. My girl Kayla! See, that wasn't that bad, right? That was... Everyone did it. Well, a few did it. No. I'll talk with a little courage, albeit there were a majority of you guys, so maybe it made you more comfortable to do it with a larger group. But, you know, next time just imagine if there wasn't a larger group. Just do it. You don't need a bunch of friends to do it with you. Just do it yourself. It's fine. You know, that's what differentiates you from becoming a regular member or a general member. So now that we're pretty all BC now, here are some ways that I think that can help you stay BC, because sometimes you get burned out if you do too much. So one way that I say is like have goals, maintain these goals. Like for instance, maybe you have a goal of achieving so many service hours, or you want to achieve a certain MRT status, like platinum. You know, make that your goal. Aim high. Don't just go for bronze. Go for platinum. Why not? And for instance, my goal this year was to get platinum, but not only be platinum, but to be like the first platinum non-board member at Davis. And I achieved that. You know, because I had a goal in mind. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I got a year to do it. Just do it. And so you guys can do the same thing. It's not really that hard. In a year, you can get 200 hours, I think, easily. Maybe if you just go to like all the things that you have. And other stuff, I don't really know what other stuff are, but maybe you guys have other goals in mind that are good. So yes.
Make new friends.
Make new friends, yes, indeed. Which will come up later. But interclubbing is a really great way. This helped me stay in the club more because, you know, sometimes when you hang out with a group of friends, you see them every day, but sometimes you want to see something new, you know, and then, so you just go interclub with the division in your district. Like, I found myself going to a bunch of other other clubs, general meetings. I went to Teams meeting, I go to Berkeley's meeting, and they're not even in our division, you know. And then we go to our own division, schools meetings. You just meet everyone that you can. So, you know, don't click up in your own place and just branch out. Because then when you meet more people, you have more motivation to stay. Because then like events like these, like STC district events, you're like, oh, I'm so excited to see my friends from this other school. You know, I haven't seen them in months or whatever. So that will help you stay in the club. Or at least it helped me stay in the club. And then make lifelong friends. You know, because you will cherish these people forever. And there's a deal with the North. You might have been there. So here and there, you know, we can all be friends and whatnot. And speaking of which, you know, with that being said, now's your chance to meet someone new. So for the next 3 minutes or so, find someone new that you haven't met today. Just, you know, talk. Let's just go. For 3 minutes. I'm sorry to interrupt your great bonding with your friends, but we are running out of time. I hope you guys can be friends today. Hope you guys get the number or something. Add them on Facebook. It'd be great. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Anything? Yes, questions.
How do you feel?
Never remove this.
I feel good! Oh, I feel so good! Oh, I feel fine! Oh, I'm dying! I'm moving up! I'm moving up! I'm moving up! I'm moving up! N-I-C-E-S!
Thank you.
Why do you have to be on TV?
That's also the other thing. Don't be afraid to cheer. If someone asks you how you feel, just do that. That's a great thing to do. Yes, question. Have I ever burned out? Towards after I achieved my goal, I slightly started to burn out because I was like, okay, my last quarter in Davis, I gotta really, grind down my work so that I can graduate. Otherwise, I wouldn't graduate. So I didn't stop going to general meetings. I still went to like the socials. I did a little service, but it's not like I completely stopped doing anything. And if anything, I found myself going to more interclubbing events. I started, meeting people all over the district instead of my own club. So instead of doing my own club stuff, I did more fun stuff that I thought was more fun. Interclubbing to me is really fun. That's why I went out. And that's to me, it's a stress reliever. So, yeah. Any other questions?
So how do you know if you burned out?
How do you know if you burned out? If you find yourself not able to sleep, which is cool, you don't need sleep. And you just, if you have so much work on you piled up, and then you have certificate, certificate should not be your utmost priority. Education, it should be your priority because you pay to go to school. You don't. I guess technically, if you pay to go to certificate if you're a newspaper member, but you pay more to go to school. So I guess if you burned out if you find yourself really stressed out and you're just juggling like, oh my god, I have to certificate today, but then I have homework. What should I do? At that point, you should know like, okay, I should just calm down, do what I think is. Oh, time. Sorry, I need to cut you off. Time's running out. But before you guys all leave, I'd like to say one last thing that never settle for less. Because why settle for less when you're capable of doing so much more, right? So do more. Thank you.